Welcome to this recorded Zoom yoga practice. Our practice typically starts in a chair, we move to standing postures, then we do a brief vinyasa, and we get down onto the floor at the end of practice. Today's practice on the floor will focus on yin postures that open up the hips. So you might want to have some blocks, a blanket or two, and maybe a pillow, in order to support different body parts that you might want supported during those holds during the yin piece of the practice. I hope you enjoy the practice, and if you do, I hope you hit like below. Comment on anything that you find particularly of interest. Let me know what you'd like to focus on in the future. And maybe consider sharing this practice or subscribing so that you're notified when new programs are posted. So let's get started. So another piece of the yin form of yoga is kind of an opportunity to go within, to kind of deepen your self-awareness. So it has a lot to do with breathing mindfully and to just allowing thoughts to pass through. So it's a form of meditation as well. Let's begin this practice, our usual practice, with finding our breath. So sit nice and tall. Knees are over the ankles, shoulders are over the hips. Give those shoulders a roll up and back, roll forward, just kind of loosening up the back. Rest your hands on your lap. Take a nice breath in through your nose and sigh out through your mouth. And with your eyes closed, just begin to connect to your breath, noticing it, feeling it. So allow the mind to follow the breath in through the nose and down the throat and into the body. Notice where you feel the breath most predominantly. And then rest your awareness there. So it could be in the nostrils or the throat or the chest or even the belly or somewhere else. And with each new breath, see if you can invite the breath to move a little deeper into the body. And without forcing it at all, you're just sending an invitation to lengthen the breath, which will allow it to move more deeply into the body, fill you up just a little bit more. Keeping the belly soft and relaxed. And if Ujjayi is a form of breathing that you practice, that form where you restrict the back of your throat and create that kind of Darth Vader sound on the in-breath as well as the out-breath, go ahead and add that on. Notice how the body's feeling as you breathe. So just give a little body scan, see what body parts might feel stiff or tender, ones that you might want to pay more attention to today when you practice. And after you complete that scan, you might begin to move with your eyes closed in a very organic fashion. So just move in ways that feel very natural and organic for you. You might drop a shoulder to an opposite knee or circle the body or roll the shoulders again. whatever comes naturally. So really connect to how the body's feeling and move in response to those feelings. Eventually, pausing in a nice tall seated mountain pose and opening your eyes. Bringing your hands down by your sides, drawing your navel gently in towards your spine without creating tension in the belly. Inhale your arms up overhead and press your palms together. And as you exhale, turn your palms outward and float your arms back down. And do 3 more of these sun breaths, filling up, feeling the stretch through the side ribs. Maybe gazing up if your neck is ready. Exhaling, bringing everything down. 2 more. And the last one. Beautiful. Keep the right arm down, take the left arm out to the side, sweep it up and over, and we are going to flow. So you're leaning to the right, and then inhale, come back up and move over to the left. So just imagine this fluid motion. Eyes open or closed, up to you. Breathing in to reach up, exhaling to the side. So we're going to kind of move into a flowing twist here. So as you come up next, take your right arm over to the left, bring your back arm behind you, bring yourself back up and move it to the other side. And we're just going to flow into these nice little twists. Gentle and smooth and rhythmic, keep the breath going. Next time you're twisted to the right, pause. Find a comfortable place for that back hand. Let the left hand rest on the right thigh. Elongate the spine. And begin to drift the head forward and back, exploring tight and tender spots. Pausing at the back. So as you turn towards the back, pause. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, nod your chin, relax your shoulders, and take 2 big breaths. And Ujjayi is always welcome with your practice. You can bring it with you. Next, inhale, chin comes to neutral, turn it to the front shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, nod and relax. 2 more breaths. Next, inhale, both arms reach, torso comes to face forward. Take that twist to the other side. So we're going to hold in this twist to the left, sitting nice and tall, and letting the head drift again, noticing where the tight spaces are, if there are any. You might have a beautifully limber neck this morning, who knows? As you look towards the back shoulder, pause, take a nice breath in, exhale, nod, and relax, and take 2 more breaths. Chin comes to neutral, turn towards the front shoulder, nice breath in, exhale, nod, and relax. Nice breath in and a forward fold out. Find your ragdoll. Keep your navel drawn in. Really support your back through an engaged core. And in this seated ragdoll, imagine you're squeezing a block, or if you have a block and you'd like to actually squeeze it, go ahead and put that block between your knees, activating the legs, supporting yourself. And let the rest of the body hang freely towards the ground. Take a nice breath in and sigh it out. And then, as you wish, whatever would feel good, bring movement. So maybe you sway, or maybe you roll shoulders, or nod, or shake the head, or
whatever movement comes naturally, organically. Nice big breaths as you move. Eventually pausing, nice relaxed head down towards the floor. Release any bind you might have gotten into, and then sweep your arms wide and come all the way up. Press your palms together and bring your thumbs to your sternum. And then open your arms nice and wide, and we'll tap our shoulders 10 times. There's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Keep your hands right on those shoulders and draw circles with your elbows, large or small. But keep whatever size you make, keep them moving slowly, real juicy. Noticing what direction you're moving in so that you can reverse that direction. And then pausing when your elbows are out to the side. We'll bring them up towards the ceiling on our inhale and down towards the floor on our exhale. Moving with your own breath, just go up and down. So we're moving into the back, still working the shoulders, but the back's getting involved here, those muscles that help us take this action. And then pause when your elbows are shoulder height. We'll do seated cat and cow. So in the seated cat and cow, we press our elbows back, lift our heart and our gaze, tilt our pelvis slightly forward. And then to come into that cat pose, elbows come forward and try to meet, maybe they do, chin tucks, and the pelvis tilts back, and we just kind of rock forward and back to the degree that feels good in your own body. So if shallow little undulations feel better than big waves, you might stay shallow. And if big waves feel really good, then go for it. The next time your elbows are out in front of you, pause and then extend your arms. We'll tap our shoulders 10 times from this shoulder height. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep your arms extended. And take your left arm on top of your right. Find your eagle arm. So maybe your hands are on your shoulders, maybe your forearms are back to back, or maybe you can intertwine and bring your palms to face each other. Take a nice breath in, exhale, nod the chin, and if it's right for you, take your right leg up and cross it over your left. So we're adding our eagle leg. Squeeze your legs together. Your arms apart from the armpits. Really feel a stretch in your back. And then decide, take a nice breath in. And perhaps you fold. You can fold on your exhale or stay upright into baby eagle. Big breath into the back of the body, all the way down the spine. Big breaths. And then on an inhale, come back up and unravel yourself so that you can go to the other side. So this time the right arm comes on top, and find eagle arms that work for you. Maybe this time the left leg comes up and over, but you can always just do the arms if the legs are too much for you. If your legs are crossed, squeeze them together. Take a nice breath in and nod the chin as you exhale. And this time take a breath in and choose to stay right up here or become a little baby eagle and breathe wherever you are, down the back of your body, right down your spine. And bring yourself back up and unravel. And maybe we'll let it shake it out a little bit. And then bring your feet about as wide as the legs of your chair. Bring your hands to your lap and begin to make circles with your upper body over your lower body, moving into now the hips, these hip creases, as we just roll. And again, the circles are up to you, the size of those circles, but try to keep them slow. Don't be in a hurry. And notice what direction you're going in so that you can stop and reverse. Eventually coming to stillness, nice tall spine. Walk your feet back to about hip width distance. The knees are over the ankles. Take your right foot off the ground and draw circles with that knee. And then reverse direction. And then hug in and circle the ankle. In whatever direction you naturally began, just notice what direction so that you can reverse it. So we want to go in both directions, pointing and flexing and spreading and curling. And then keeping that ankle flexed, bringing that ankle to your thigh. Now, if it won't get to your thigh, you can extend the leg, bring your ankle down your shin, or as always, there's the option of the block against the shin. The left shin and the arch of that right foot kind of hugs the calf as it rests on the block. Great way to do an alternative pigeon, even if you're feeling your hips are okay. Sometimes it's just a nice alternative. I like to do it periodically. So just see what's going on in that hip and breathe into whatever you find. So if it's feeling really tight and tender, you might want to stay right here today. And just breathe into those tight spaces. Let the breath be that release for you. Or if you feel a lean forward might be worth exploring, go ahead and do that. Always remembering that pain is not part of our practice. So if you bump into pain, back away. Find a place where you can hold and breathe and release. And on your next inhale, if you're leaning forward, come back up. And take that leg out in front of you, flex the foot and bring your heel to the ground. Keep the foot flexed back towards your face. Slide your hand down towards your toes. Decide how much to keep that foot flexed. So you can just point and flex to find just the right flex to give you a nice stretch in the back of your leg. And hold here for 3 nice breaths. After your 3rd breath, bring yourself back up. And we'll go to the other side. So left foot off the ground and make some nice circles. And then reverse direction. And then give a hug. Hug that shin in and start to move the ankle. Circle one way and then the other. And then move that foot around. Keeping the ankle flexed. Bring the ankle to your right thigh or to a block. You can use that modification on this side. You know, sometimes one side needs that help and the other side doesn't. So just know that about yourself, kind of explore how things are feeling and then decide. Maybe a lean forward today would be good on this side, maybe not. Every day, I find anyway, is different. Some days hips are tighter than other days, depending upon what you've been up to, what you've been doing or not doing. Sitting too much can be deadly for the hips. Nice full breaths. And then bring yourself back up if you have folded. And take that leg forward. Keep the foot flexed. Bring the heel to the ground. Glide towards your toes as they flex towards your nose. And then point and flex to find the perfect place to pause. And breathe. Nice, free, full breath. Then bring yourself back up. And we will do our sun salutation. So, nice tall spine, navel's drawn in, sternum is lifted, shoulders rolled up and back, and the arms relaxed by your sides. Seated mountain. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, glide your hands over your thighs, over your knees, down to your ankles, let your head turn down. Inhale, straighten your arms, draw your shoulders back, reach your heart forward. Still your navel is engaged and you're squeezing that imaginary block. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse it. Sweep the arms wide, come all the way back up to seated mountain, and we'll do two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lean, and exhale, glide. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And inhale, reverse it. Bring it out, up, and back to seated mountain for the last plain version of this sun salutation. Inhale, lean, and exhale, glide. Inhale, lengthen, and then fold, and reverse. Up, and back to seated mountain for our next two that will have twists if they're right for you. Arms reach, exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale all the way down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left hand down on the floor between your feet or somewhere along your right shin. Take the right arm out to the side and take a rotation to the right. Bring it back down and switch sides. The left arm is out. Rotate to the left. Bring it back down and exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Back to the beginning for the last round. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lean, and exhale all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Oops, inhale, lengthen. And then take the left hand down, right arm out, take that rotation to the right. I drifted off and switch sides. And once in a while that happens, and we rotate to the left and come back. Exhale, fold, and inhale all the way back up. Palms pressed together, thumbs to the sternum. Notice and feel. Just feel. Maybe you feel a little more fluids flowing in the body, or a little more warming, or a quickening of the heart rate, some different sense of energy that wasn't there when you began in that first body scan. Coming alive. So to really come alive and warm ourselves up, we'll do our 20 stand-up, sit down. So opposite hand to opposite shoulder, knowing that you can stop at any time you need to. So here we go. Here is 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, bottom arm to the top for 11, and 12, 13, and 14, 15, and 16, 17, and 18, and 19. Last one, and sit and breathe. Nice breath in, and a nice breath out. And we will stand for our joint rotations, our lubricating movements, those movements that keep us moving in the cold so we don't freeze. So just bring your chair to where you'd like it to be, just in case you need it. And then find a mountain pose. And once you find it, just rock forward and back, or side to side, or around in circles, or a little bit of each. Just kind of play with and notice the weight of your body over your feet and your legs. And come to stillness. Roll your shoulders up and back, relax your arms down by your sides, lift your sternum, and imagine a string at the top of your head pulling you up. You might feel yourself get taller there. And just notice the strength and balance in this pose. Mountain pose, foundational pose for yoga. And then open your eyes and bring your weight into your right leg and step back onto the toes of your left foot. And we'll get into our toes and ankle as we roll over those toes. And then reverse direction. And then bring that foot down. And step back on the other foot and roll. And reverse. And then bring your big toes together. Keep your heels apart, knees stay together, and the hands are above them. And just begin to make circles with your knees. As deep or shallow as is right for you. You know your body better than me. So do what feels best, what you know is best, and then reverse direction. And then pause and walk your hands up your legs and separate your feet. Relax your knees and circle your hips. And then reverse. And then pause, keep your knees nice and relaxed, and do some waterfall. So opposite heel can lift if you like, or you can stay nice and rooted with both feet, totally up to you. Just see if you can release the arms so that you're not making them do anything. You're just following the movement of the upper body. And then eventually come to stillness and let everything settle. And from here, step your feet further apart, turn your toes out, heels are in. Bring your arms up overhead, press your palms together, and we'll sink into Goddess 5 times, holding on the 5th. So here is 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it up. Step your feet together. And take your right hand to your right hip, take your left arm up to the ceiling, and then take that beautiful lean over to your right. That left hip can move out a little bit to the side, but keep the weight evenly distributed in both feet, but you're not dumping into that right leg. Just feel rooted through both legs. Maybe gaze to the ground, or maybe gaze to the ceiling, or maybe somewhere in between, wherever it feels good for you. Nice full breaths here as you breathe into the left side. And then next, inhale, both arms up, come to the other side, left hand to the left hip, right arm reaches, nice stretch before you lean. And again, the weight is equal down both legs. And the gaze is where you'd like it to be. Nice big breaths into the right side. And then bring it back up. And bring opposite hand to opposite shoulder. I like to have my feet a little further apart than they were in the side, in the crescent shape that we just did, the lateral stretch. Because we're going to do those mini twists. And when we twist, we're going to keep our hips facing forward, and these twists are small. We're working the deeper muscles around our rib cage. So take a breath in, exhale, rotate right, back to center, and then go left. Keep those hips straight and go to the right and back and go to the left. Here is 3. We're going to 10. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Great. And then release. So our balance today, balance always uses your core, but our balance today will also focus on the core. We didn't do our seated core work, so we're going to do that elbow and knee from a standing posture. And if you don't reach your knee, or your elbow doesn't get to your knee, or your knee doesn't get to your elbow, that's fine. But the point is to get them moving towards each other as we march. Okay, so we'll go to 10 on each side. I'll count. So here's 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Last one. Great job. Very, very good. Very, very good. Let's be trees. So, weights in the right side. Come onto the toes of the left foot. Find an external rotation that's comfortable. Heel to ankle, foot along the calf. Even higher if that's where you practice. Hands at the heart or wherever you feel balanced. I'm watching the clock. So simply breathe and find your focus, or just stay that point where you feel balanced by focusing on it. And try to release or relax muscles that don't need to be working. Then turn that knee forward, step out of that tree. Shake it out if you would like, and then prepare to go to the other side. So the weight's on the left side, nice tall body here. And then you find the rotation of the right leg, position of the right foot where you want it to be, hands where you want them to be. Find your focal point. Continue to breathe as you balance here in the tree on your left side. And then turn that knee forward and step out of that side. Shake it out if you would like. We'll do a sweet little vinyasa before we get down to do our yin poses. So turn your chair around. Find mountain pose behind it or in front of it. You might call that in front. And from there, inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bow forward. You can always swan dive if that's your preference. Inhale, come to a long spine, hands to shins or thighs. Heart reaches forward and the shoulders draw back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse, come all the way back up. And come back to mountain. We'll add the chair. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find length. And exhale, hands to the chair, find your plank. So your shoulders are over your wrists. Your hips are not sinking. They're nice in line with your shoulders and your ankles. You can stay here or thread through into up dog. And on your exhale, go back to down dog. And we're going to do 2 more of these as we inhale to plank. Stay here or thread through. And exhale, hips go back to down dog. 1 more after we get to down dog. So inhale, come through, plank, baby up dog. Exhale, hips go back, excuse me. And once they go back, just pedal it out and wag that tail. So let the hips sway, really reaching back with your tailbone, elongating your spine. Eventually, heels land. Inhale, step the left foot forward and either spin the right heel in if you'd like a warrior 1, or stay on the ball of the back foot with the heel in line with the ball and find your crescent. So whichever you choose, crescent is, needless to say, a little more challenge to balance. So it's up to you. You can try it and you can always lower your heel if it will work better. Inhale, open up, gaze up, exhale, hands reach. Inhale, open. And exhale, reach. Inhale, open, and exhale, reach. Palms press, thumbs to sternum. Take a breath in. Exhale, one of those little mini twists to the left. Come back to center. And then inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, sweep the arms back and the heart reaches forward. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, sweep back. And inhale, sweep up. And exhale, back. Inhale, arm sweep. Exhale, back to plank. Stay in plank or thread through to up dog. Exhale, hips go back to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. And again, you have the option. Warrior 1 leg, back heel turns in and land, or it stays in line with the ball and stays off the ground. Arms reach. Inhale, open, and exhale, reach. Inhale, open, and reach, and open. Reach high, press palms together, thumbs come to the sternum, a nice breath in, and an exhale, rotation to the right. Come back to center, and sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, sweep back, heart forward. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, sweep back. And inhale, sweep up. Last one, sweep back. And then sweep it up. Exhale, hands to the chair and find your plank. Stay here or thread through. And exhale, hips go back. Pedal it out. Land your heels, bend your knees, walk your hands back to your legs. Find your ragdoll here. Once you're there, take a nice breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. So the knees can stay bent. You can experiment with straightening one and the other a little bit more, just seeing how that feels. Release any bind if you're holding your elbows. Sweep your arms wide, come all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart and pause. And notice. And then prepare to go to the ground. Now we're going to do our yin posture, so you might want to have blankets, maybe a pillow to sit on to lift you up a bit. couple of blocks, and you might want to keep your chair nearby because for our straddle, you might want to fold towards it. And I will show you how that will work. But for now, we're simply going to find our way down to the ground. So we can vinyasa down, why not? Inhale the arms overhead and exhale, bow down. Inhale, lengthen and exhale, hands to the mat. Find your way to tabletop. And then find your way to seated. So we're going to be in staff pose. So here we are in staff pose. And we're going to begin with a half butterfly. So for a half butterfly, you know that a butterfly is bringing your soles of your feet together, bringing your heels close to your groin as far as you can. But for half butterfly, of course, only one wing. For a little butterfly, only one wing. So let's keep the left leg straight. The right foot comes into the left thigh as best you can. You can have a block underneath that right thigh if you like, or you can just kind of let it be. You don't want any pain as always. So if you need to move your foot further down your leg and have it further away from your groin, that is totally up to you. You might engage that left foot, engage that left leg. And then we're going to fold to the degree that you can. So I like to use a block at some point to rest my forearms on. So we're lengthening through the back. We're lengthening the inner thigh on the right side. And I'm going to set my watch for 2 minutes. So as we hold in these yin postures, you might close your eyes and just connect to your breath. That ujjayi breath can be very useful. And just allow thoughts to move in and out. Don't grasp them. You might notice after 30 seconds or a minute, you might notice a release in the body so that you are naturally just folding a little further. That may or may not happen. Don't judge whether or not it happens. We're just observing. If you do feel a release, you can always move the block further away, or whatever support you might have, and move it a little further. But don't rush things. We're not in a hurry here. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Don't rush. Don't rush. And extend that right leg out to the side. You might kind of give a little pat of your legs against the mat. We're gonna get ready, you might even windshield wipe your leg. We're going to move to the other side. So the right leg is extended, you might flex the foot of that right leg. And bring that left foot in against the thigh to the degree that you can. And this might be very different on this side than the other. You might want something underneath your left leg here, or not. So as we come forward, we stay long and full, and then maybe you can round when you get to the point of resistance here. So to the point where you cannot go safely any further, you feel some effort, but no pain. And you're supported where you need to be supported. If this extended leg will like something underneath the knee to take pressure off, you can roll a blanket or put another block underneath it. And we'll hold this for 2 minutes. So just allow thoughts to come and go and allow the breath to be relaxed. Again, if you feel some sort of release, some more movement, you can move a block or whatever you're leaning on a little further away to allow that to happen. But again, don't force it. Notice it, notice that it's happening before you react to it. And then very slowly bring yourself back up and extend that left leg. Might give a little tap of those legs and a little windshield wipe of those legs. Might even want to do a little reverse table, kind of stretch, whatever feels really good. Because we're going to move into a full butter. So in doing the full butterfly, I like to take a rolled blanket underneath my legs so that it's soft for my legs to open up to. Just fold underneath. But you might want to put blocks there. Bring your feet together as if you're going to read a book here, and bring them in as far as is comfortable for you. And they don't have to come way in. If you're able to do that, super duper. But they don't have to get all the way in towards your groin. You can keep them further away. Bring a block if you're going to lean forward, or a pillow, or if you have a bolster, a big pillow is really nice to kind of lay between your legs here and fold over. But if you don't have that, a block will do. And then we're going to lengthen forward and then fold. And we're going to hold this for 2 minutes. Relaxing where you can. allowing the sensation always moving away from pain. Pain is not part of this practice. Again, as you feel any release happening in your body, just modify the posture to allow a deepening of the posture. And then with care, bring yourself back up. Extend your legs, maybe let them windshield wave. You might even bring the legs even closer and let that nice windshield action. Then our final posture is going to be the straddle that we did before. So as you can imagine, these are all hip openers. So the straddle being a wide-legged forward fold. So I like to sit on something to elevate my hips when I do this. I'm going to sit on this rolled blanket that I had under my leg, just enough so that it just allows me to fold forward a little bit more. So you might want to do the same, not too high, just enough to kind of let that pelvic tilt happen. And so your legs are extended as wide as they can comfortably go. And engage the legs. So flex your feet, engage your inner thigh. You might do a mini little twist here to warm yourself up. And then we're going to do that forward fold. So you can start by walking your hands forwards, keeping a nice straight spine, bringing your hands maybe to blocks, or maybe you bring your forearms to block. You could rest your forehead in your hands. Keep those legs engaged, keep the feet flexed here. And find the posture or the depth of a fold that works for you. So this is stretching your inner thigh, stretching the connective tissues along your spine, working into the bladder and the liver, gallbladder. You might even want something underneath your knees. If your knees are compromised here and this is extended legs, you can always roll a blanket or put a block underneath the knee of your legs.
And then very, very slowly come out of the fold. Bring your legs back together. And here's another opportunity. Maybe a reverse table might feel good here. Or a windshield wipe of the legs, either straight or bent. Or a tapping of the legs. Right. So let's find our way down to our backs. You might, if you have your chair still nearby, this might be a nice place to do a supported legs up the wall. So if you have it there, or if you don't have it there and you want to put it there, otherwise you can do the burrito karani with your legs totally up towards the ceiling. I'm going to use the support of the chair this morning. So to do full viparita karani, that's here. You can put your hands under your tailbone and float your legs up. But if you want support, just take your shins onto the chair, kind of nestle close to the chair so your shins are supported. This is great support for your back. Get as close to the chair as you need to get that full support. Just kind of rest here. If your legs are all the way up towards the ceiling or if they're on the chair, either way, see if you can find your way to a happy baby. Straightening one leg and the other, or maybe both. Maybe a little rock. Might feel good to hug your knees in and get into that low back. After those stretches, maybe circling your knees on the ceiling. One final squeeze. Keeping the knees in, take a rotation to the right. My chair is in my way here, I'll push it up. I'm just gonna let the knees fall to the right for a minute, a nice breath or two, checking in. And then bringing the knees back through center. Going to the other side. And checking in there. Bring yourself back to center. And then finding your way to Shavasana of your choosing. So maybe it's Viparita Karani again. It could be reclined butterfly. The hips are nice and open. Maybe a reclined butterfly would feel really good and natural right now. Or maybe it's legs on the chair. Maybe traditional corpse pose. You might put a blanket over you if you are lying flat. It is a chilly one. Finding your way to that place of stillness. So find a place where you are not fidgety, where you can be comfortable and still. Nice big breath in. And a big breath out. So my book of poems from Donna Falls is called Go In and In, which is kind of appropriate for that yin practice, that diving deep inside. And the poem is called breath. And it reads breath, the mindful breath, the rhythm out and in, the wave that washes through our days, creating space for stillness, sorrow, joy, or exaltation. Full, then empty, ebb and flow. Breath accompanies each step into the unknown. In the breath, the soul finds an opportunity to speak. Images or intuition, poetry or wordless wisdom come and go. No effort, but to breathe and listen. So take a long, slow breath in, and a longer, slower breath out. Begin to bring movement into your fingers, maybe into your toes, circling your ankles, circling your wrists, or letting the head drift gently from side to side. And if it would feel good to take a nice full body stretch, go ahead and reach the arms overhead, extend the legs long, take the biggest, fullest breath of the day so far, bring it in and keep going, don't stop. And as you exhale, draw your knees into your chest for that final squeeze of the practice, that squeeze of thanks to yourself for making it to practice, and to your body for breathing and moving for you throughout the practice. Rolling to one side or staying on your back, whichever you choose, just allowing yourself time to check in to see how things have shifted or changed since you started the practice. Have things opened or warmed, expanded, released? Maybe the mind has quieted a bit. Finding something that you can take off your practice out into your day, week ahead. Perhaps it is the power of stillness and breath. And find something that you can leave behind, a thought or a worry that doesn't serve you, it just weighs you down, kind of gets in your way. And then when you're ready to end your practice, find yourself a comfortable seat, whatever that might be. And once you're there, bring your hands to your heart. We bring our hands to our hearts, reminding us to fill our hearts with kindness and compassion, and to our lips, reminding us to speak words of kindness and compassion, and to our third eye, reminding us to expand our thoughts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves as well as others. And in honor of the light that shines in each one of us, the light that unites us all, we bow and say namaste.